Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining how to do a suspended infinity braid. To start out, brush out the hair, making sure there's no knots or tangles in it.
First, you section off a section of hair, the top of their head, like you would for normal French or Dutch braid.
Divide that section into 3 strands and do the first stitch of a normal French braid.
As if you were doing a French braid, you section off a section of hair at one side of the head. Normally in a French braid, you would combine these 2 pieces together and then continue on your braid. But for this braid, you don't quite do that.
Instead of adding that section of hair to the strand, it's going to become a new strand. So to do this braid, you're going to take your new created strand and you're going to bring it underneath the strand on the far right, and then bring it over top the one next to it, and then underneath the one on the far side. Then add the strand farthest on the right to the strand right next to it. Those now become one single strand. So now it's time to repeat the same process on the other side of the head. So gather a section, I guess a relatively large section, which is your new strand, and bring it underneath the outer left strand, over top of the middle strand, and then underneath the right strand. Now it's important to remember to combine the farthest left strand with the strand right next side of it. Gather a section of hair from the other side now and bring it underneath the far right strand, over top of the middle strand, and then underneath the left strand. Don't forget to combine the 2 right strands now. Okay, I'm going to explain it again. So you take a section from the left side of the head, bring it underneath the first strand, over top of the second strand, and then underneath the third strand. Once again, remembering to combine the 2 leftmost strands. Right now it's kind of hard to see the braid forming, but as you go along and the center strands start getting bigger, it'll be easier to see the pattern. I'll explain it a couple more times. So gather a section of hair from the right side of the head, bring it underneath the strand beside it, bring it over top of the middle strand, and then underneath the left strand. Then it's exactly the same thing on the other side, just inversed. So gather a section of hair, bring it underneath the strand next to it, over top of the center strand, and then under the strand on the right. Gather a section of hair, bring it underneath the right strand, over top of the middle strand, and then under the left strand. Always remembering to combine the 2 strands on the right, or the left, depending on what direction you go in. I'll explain it one more time. Gather the section of hair from the left side, bring it underneath the left strand, over top of the middle strand, and then underneath the right strand. From then on, it's the same process going back and forth, from the right side to the left side, all the way down to the nape of the neck. So it's pretty much weaving the new sections of hair back and forth across the center 2 strands. Once you ran out of hair to add, I'm just going to secure it with an elastic at the bottom, but you can do pretty much anything. You can continue it into a fishtail, or an infinity braid, or into just a normal French braid, but it's totally up to you. Another option would be to pin it up into a bun at the bottom of the head. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to end it into a pony. I'm also actually going to add this cute bow that I made, just to dress it up a little bit, but you don't need to. So here's the final look, a suspended infinity braid. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram at braided_2_infinity. Thanks for watching!